Hey guys, I'm here with another Pick a Pal reading. This is Pal 1 and this is Pal 2, and today's reading is going to be focused on if you're in no contact and wondering if they still think about you, then this message isn't random. You are meant to find this for sure. Now, I am back with another reading, and today's reading, we're going to be doing two pals, focusing on pals 1 no contact situation and pal 2 no contact situation. And as you can see here, we got two crystals. We got bloody stone, bloodstone, and then we also got snowflake obsidian here, as you can see. I want you guys to take a deep breath in for a couple of minutes and then breathe out for a couple of seconds as well. Focus on which pal calls to you, and focus on which crystal calls to you. And then when you're ready, pick. Now I'm gonna sit here and start this video. Before I shuffle, start it with an opening prayer, okay? So, spirit guides and ancestors of love and truth, I ask that you come through clearly and protect this space. Allow only honest, accurate, and grounded messages to flow through me. Let this reading reach the people who truly need it, especially those in no contact who are seeking clarity, peace, and understanding. Help me deliver these messages with compassion, balance, and truth. Remove confusion, remove fear, and replace it with insight and healing. Thank you for guiding this reading. Now, guys, now that I sat here and said that, if you chose Pal 1, which is the bloodstone crystal, we're going to get into your message right now. Okay, we're just going to move these over. Okay, we're going to focus on Pal 1 right now. So Pal 1, we're going to sit here and start off with some oracle cards, okay? We're going to start off with some oracle cards, okay? We're going to sit here and ask, what is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? What is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? What is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? We're going to start off. Oh, my bad. It's reversed. Oh, we got the card, I don't want to be the reason you cry. And then we also got, you mean more than you think card. Okay, now we're going to sit here and get deeper into it with the tarot cards, okay? Give me a minute, guys. I'm like all over the place, okay? So, Spirit, what is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between Pal 1 and their person in no contact? Four of Swords, as we can see here. We got the Four of Cups. Interesting. Sorry for all the noise, guys. So we're going to start off with these cards right here. So as you can see here, the Oracle card speaks on, I don't want to be the reason you cry. And then the second one sits here and says, you mean more than you think. Now, as you can see here, we got the Four of Swords reversed. We got the Four of Cups reversed. And we got the Nine of Cups reversed. Now, this right here is definitely showing that, the current energy between you and the person you're in no contact with, it seems like you guys is overthinking. It's like the mind just keep on going, it seems like the mind just keep on going and going. Maybe you're overthinking, oh, are we ever going to hear from each other again? Is it completely over? It seems like someone might also be sitting here wondering like, am I the reason for this blame? Because like I said, we have the Oracle card that says, I don't want to be the reason you cry. It could be sitting here, speaking on someone sitting here feeling like, damn, maybe I'm the blame for the reason why we're in no contact. It seems like someone is trying to emotionally, open up a little, but like I said, it's the fear that's getting in the way. It's like this person want to sit here and, open up, but it seems like they rather just sit here and keep everything within themselves instead of expressing it, And it does seem here with the Nine of Cups upright, not upright, reverse. It does seem here like they wanted more out of this connection, It seems like they had expectations when it came down to you, and the person that you're not in contact with, it does seem like they really had high hopes. You know, it seems like they was wishing that this connection could go well. You know, they was hoping that would be, you know, smooth sailing, but it seems like they didn't get what they was hoping for. You know what I mean? It seems like it could have been even moments where you guys had arguments or miscommunication where someone could have said something that came out the wrong way, even if that person didn't mean it. You know what I mean? But it seems like there is, like I said, still feelings here. You know, it seems like the person do want to, you know, drop their emotional walls to try to open up again and feel this connection with you again. Because with this oracle card, it sits here and say, you mean more than you think to me. But like I said, their mind is overthinking everything. Their mind is definitely overthinking everything, you know? But it's like they definitely wanted more out of this connection that they did not sit here and say. Get. So what is left unspoken or resolved in this connection, Spirit? What is left unspoken or resolved in this connection, Spirit? What is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection, Spirit? What is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection, Spirit? Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so as we see here, we got the Nine of Pentacles upright. We got the Five of Pentacles reversed. And then we also got the Earth Mother. And then this card is the Empress. So as you can see here, it seems like someone was probably way too independent. It was like the energy of, I could handle this on my own type of energy. You know, it's like this person realized that you're not going to be the first one to make the move. So this person feel like you could definitely stand strong on your own through the no contact, you know, because the simple fact they see you're not the one to budge. You get what I'm saying? Budge first. And it's definitely showing them that you're very strong and independent. Like you have what it takes to honestly take care of yourself, even though you guys is not in no contact. You get what I'm saying? It definitely shows like, this energy definitely shows like, yeah, we're not in contact, but I could tell this person don't need me. You know what I mean? But with the Five of Pentacles, this sit here and speak on someone not wanting to be isolated from you for long. You know, this definitely goes to show that your person that you're in no contact with, or maybe both of you guys do not want to stay far away from each other anymore. It's like you guys want closeness. It's like you guys want to talk, but like I said, with the Four of Swords right here, you guys is overthinking it. You know what I mean? Like I said, with these two cards, it goes to show, you know, someone wanting connection. You know what I mean? Even with the Empress, this is going to show that someone wants to see this connection grow. You know, they want to nurture it, they want to lead this connection, but like I said, the mind is what's getting in the way. And not only that, I would also say with the Nine of Pentacles, this also I feel like would say the pride and ego is also getting in the way of this as well. You know what I mean? But it does show with the Five of Pentacles reverse, both parties does not want to sit here and stay in no contact for any more longer. It goes to show that, you know, both of you guys might even want closeness. Not this one, but both of you guys might want closeness. But it's like you guys is, I would say, you guys is kind of scared to make the first move. You get what I'm saying? So it seems like someone definitely want to sit here and, you know, come out and express themselves and speak on, you know, how they feel and see if they could resolve the, you know, connection and nurture it. But, you know, this is, I would say, I won't say stuck energy, but this is energy where, you know, it's like, it's not progressing. You get what I'm saying? It's not progressing at all. So I'm going to ask Spirit to clarify the Five of Pentacles reverse. Spirit, please 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 clarify the Five of Pentacles reverse. Oop. Oh, the card got stuck. Yep, innocence. And the innocence right here, let me move these up for you guys. I'm sorry, the angle is not the best. Now, the innocence right here, which is the Page of Cups, goes to show someone wanting to probably send a heartfelt, you know, message. Now, with the clarifier for the Five of Pentacles, this goes to show, like I said, someone does not, even both of you guys, do not want to sit here and stay far apart from each other for long. Y'all don't want this no contact to continue. And with the Page of Cups, it goes to show someone, maybe you or the person you're in no contact with, is eventually going to want to stay here and probably, offer something, offer something emotionally, maybe a new start in your connection, where both of you guys can open up and probably speak your truths on how you guys feel. Even someone might want to sit here and send a heartfelt message expressing their, sorrow, how they're feeling, maybe even want to sit here and repair the connection with you guys. You get what I'm saying? So this is for pile 1. Now we're going to get into pile 2. Hey guys, if you chose pile 2, this message is for you. Now, I want to honestly say I love this tarot deck. If you guys ever wondered, I got it from a beautiful crystal store. So we're gonna be looking into your situation, pile 2. Okay, we're gonna be sitting here looking in how does this person currently feel about you during the no contact. And we're also going to be looking into the energy as well between the both of you guys. So Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? So as you can see here, we got the Tower reversed, okay? We got the Hierophant. We got the Three of Cups. Actually, I'm going to keep it to 3 real quick. Sorry, guys. I totally forgot I was going to keep it nice and simple. So this one, I chose not to sit here and really start off with the Oracle cards. I chose to start pile 2 off with Tarot first and then the Oracle cards after, okay? So we're going to pull 2 Oracle cards, okay? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Spirit, what is the current energy between pile 2 and their person in no contact? Betrayal. Fear of judgment and criticism. Let me move these down. So as you can see here, these are 2 Oracle cards that we got, which is Betrayal. Okay, I trust the outside world. And then we got Fear of judgment and criticism. I look upon myself. Okay. And then for the tarot cards, we got the Tower reverse, we got the Hierophant reverse, and then we got the Three of Cups upright. Now, this sits here and this speaks volume to me. It feels like the current energy between you guys is like, it's like you guys is trying to avoid a total collapse, a total ending. It seems like you guys is kind of still holding on in silence, though, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It seems like with the Hierophant, I'm so sorry, guys. Someone had knocked on my door while I was sitting here touching down on this card. Okay? So, like I was saying, it seems like with the Hierophant upright, it comes in and adds, depth to this message. You know what I mean? This isn't a casual connection. It's like there's a sense of meeting, commitment, or this was supposed to be something real, It seems like it could even feel like one or both, both of you guys still view this connection as significant or spiritually guided, It also seems like there is a pull towards doing things the right way, but also ties into expectations, beliefs, or, a fear of how things should look. And then with the Three of Cups upright, it softens the energy on the surface, It looks like lightness, socializing, distractions, or even appearing happy without the other person. But underneath, it doesn't fully match the, deeper cards. It feels like, it seems like it feels more like coping. One or both of you guys may be leaning on friends outside validation or keeping things, light to avoid coming back from that, from what actually happened. Because even with the Tower card, it, like I said, it opens the story, where you guys are still trying to hold on, and it seems like you guys might not, want to sit here and do anything to cause a full collapse. It's like something shook this connection before, something uncomfortable or, truth revealing, but instead of fully facing it, there's been avoidance. It's like both of you guys felt the impact, but it's like at least one side chose to suppress it rather than rebuild honestly. You know what I mean? So it does seem like, I would say, with these cards here, which is the betrayal and the fear of judgment and criticism, everything clicks right into place emotionally. It seems like there is a wound here, something that felt like a betrayal, whether it was obvious or subtle. It doesn't even have to be cheating. It could be broken trust, not showing up, choosing others over the connection, or emotionally withdrawing when it mattered the most. Now it seems like that pain hasn't been openly processed between the both of you guys. And as layered on top of this is fear of how things will be perceived. It seems like someone is holding back, not just because of feelings, but also because they're worried about being judged, rejected, or criticized if they, come forward. It's like, if I reach out, how will I look? Will they reject me? Will they be seen as the one who messed up? You know what I mean? So it's like putting it all together as a living energy. This connection is sitting in a space where the truth is known on an emotional level, but not fully spoken. It's like the bond still carries weight and meaning, but the wound, whatever felt like a betrayal, created a crack. And it also seemed like that, no one honestly addressed. So instead of clearing it, there's been avoidance, outside distraction, and a lot of eternal fear about being vulnerable again. Okay, so we're gonna also sit here and try to, look into what is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection. Spirit, what is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection? Spirit, what is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection? Spirit, what is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection? Spirit, what is left unspoken or unresolved in this connection? The Empress. Interesting. So as you can see here, we got the Ace of Wands reverse, we got the Nine of Wands reverse, and we got the Empress reverse. Interesting. So it seems like, you know, it seems like what was left unspoken and unresolved was, I would say, how someone is left personally feeling to me. With the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Empress reverse. It seems like one of both of you guys, it seems like both of you guys kind of felt that spark die between you guys, and the connections. Like, instead of the connection feeling exciting and adventurous, it seems like the connection is just totally downhill. You know what I mean? Like, you're not feeling the spark between you guys. You're not feeling that romantic energy, that excitement, that let's see where this go type of energy. It seems like someone with the Nine of Wands reverse, it seems like someone is dealing with exhaustion, that could be mentally, that could be emotionally, that could even be physically. It seems like both parties, or maybe one, could have possibly been, constantly trying to push through the challenges, whether that's arguments, disagreements, or whatever, like I said, felt like betrayal. You know what I mean? It seems like one of you guys try to constantly push through it and still try to make this connection work. But it seems like, honestly, it left that person feeling very exhausted, really, burnt out. Like, you know what? Is it even worth fighting for this anymore? Should I continue fighting for this? What am I getting out of this type of energy? You know what I mean? And it also seems like, someone felt like someone else was not sitting here nurturing the connection the way they should have in order for the connection to work out. You get what I'm saying? And that's what the Empress reverse. It seems like, oh, excuse me. It seems like, someone might have felt like, you know what, someone was way more worried about themselves instead of worried about their connection. You know what I mean? And like I said, this speaks on betrayal. It seems like someone was focused on doing them and not focused on the other party or nurturing the connection. And it seems like that connection lacked a lot of, nurturing, a lot of growth and everything, because it's just like maybe one person was focused elsewhere while the other person was trying to invest in the connection, but it's just like it just was not aligning whatsoever. You know what I mean? So it's like someone wants to, speak how they feel, which is, both parties don't feel the spark in the connection anymore. Y'all don't feel the excitement, but it's like someone realized that, the connection was definitely, lacking a lot of nurturing energy in order for it to grow. And by a person constantly trying to fight through the challenges, and the disagreements and, the hurt feelings, it left them honestly feeling tired and worn out. Like, you know what, I'm not fighting for this anymore. I give up type of energy. So this is what was left unresolved and unspoken. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe to my channel. If these readings resonated with you, please leave a comment down below and let me know, like I said, let me know if the reading resonated with you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that'll be all for now. Bye.